Wow, you are so sexy.
Yeah, but, can you speak to the audience, please?
Yeah, I know.
Hello everyone, my name is Brian. I want to start my talk with a quote from New Hampshire Cancer. Mental health is not a destination, but a process. It's about how you drive, not where you're going. My final project over the summer was to dive further into how physical activity helps stress management, and further, I'm already lost. My final project over the summer was to dive further into how physical activity helps stress management and anxiety. If any of you know me well, I procrastinate really bad. I wrote this whole talk last night, and it's how it is. Pardon me. Where am I? My purpose for this project was to better understand myself and explore new ways to help my own stress management. As many young adults do, many high school students struggle to properly manage their stress levels simply because they haven't had enough time to see what works for them. This can cause students to lock up, letting schoolwork pile on top of them, furthering their stress. This is a cause to many of the growing mental health problems that teens and young adults struggle with year in and year out. One thing I had to work around with this project was time. Like many of you, I had a very busy summer. Going this project knowing I'd be working full-time with other commitments besides just work, I needed a project that was going to get me out of the house. I decided that every week for the physical side of my project that I would go hiking. Above me is a graph over the last few years of percentage of teens who struggle with anxiety, mental health, and stress relief. By far, deciding to go hiking was the best decision I'd made in a while. Not only was this a fun way for me to get hours for my project, but it showed me parts of New Hampshire that I would never visited before. Week after week, I was able to bring friends with me on new adventures to places we had never been. Whether it was leaving at 3 in the morning for sunrise hikes over Winnipesaukee, or even bring some of my friends cliff jumping for the first time. This, however, was only one side of my project. I still had the research side of my project. How was this hiking helping me better my stress management? Going into this project, I thought this side would be quite boring, and to be honest, a lot of it was. And this was until I read a poll one night by the APA, or the American Psychological Association, that made me look at my project in a completely new way. This poll asked people of all age groups several questions about how often they exercise, how important exercise is to them, and how they feel after they exercise. 53% of teens said they feel good about themselves after they exercise, 40% said it puts them in a good mood, and 32% said they feel less stressed after exercise. 37% of these teens said that they exercise specifically to manage stress, but that's not what caught my attention. Just after asking teens how they felt after exercise, the survey asked teens if they had skipped exercise in the past month due to feeling stressed. 28% of teens report skipping exercise or physical activity in the past month when they said they were feeling stressed. And even worse, out of the teens who reported using exercise specifically to manage stress, 37% reported that they had skipped exercise in the last month. Why was this? Why were teens that put so much importance on being healthy and active skipping exercise when they were stressed? That was the question that caught my attention. Made me think back to the past weeks in my project where I had done the same thing. Made me think back to weeks where I had pushed off hiking another day or postponed because I felt like I had too much on my plate. The following weeks after reading the article, the question stuck around in my head every time I was planning to hike. I found that in situations where before I would have pushed off my hiking to another day, I was pushing through and following up my original plans even if I felt I didn't have enough time. I found that after these hikes, I felt amazing, relaxed, de-stressed, and most importantly, I felt a sense of accomplishment. That was the answer to my question. Why were teens that put so much importance on being healthy and active skipping exercise when they were stressed? It's because of that lack of self-accomplishment. When you get stressed and locked up, you feel that you can't get anything done. This is why teens were skipping their exercise, when in reality, it would have given them a sense of accomplishment they needed to get what they needed done. And do what they needed to tackle the work that was stressing them out in the first place. It showed me that taking a break and getting outside, or going to the gym, or riding your bike, or playing soccer, or whatever you do to be active, that is just as important to do these activities when you're stressed and when you feel locked up than when you're free and open. That is one message behind my talk that I hope sticks with each and every one of you. That when you are stressed out, don't skip out on going out and being active, because it might just give you the boost that you need to clear your head and finish up whatever it is that's stressing you out. Don't let stress lock you up. Take a break, get outside, and explore. Thank you. Any questions?
What was your favorite activity?
I mean, with the whole project being centered around hiking, there were some that I liked, I didn't like, just because of length and where they were. I think out of all of them though, my favorite hike was probably the sunrise one we did over Winnipesaukee. I forget the name of the trail, but that was one of my favorites, and then we even got some cliff jumping days in. Any other questions? Oh.
Nice job, Brandon.
Thank you.
Good job.